Hello guys, good afternoon to you all. Welcome to our platform every weekend where we come here and talk about issues facing disabled people in the Gambia. Today, as I said, in our posters that we'll be hosting two people with disability. That is Mr. Khalifa Saho. Khalifa Saho currently is residing in United Kingdom, Bristol, and we will also be hosting Aziz V. Aziz V is a visually impaired person. He's in Germany, currently in Germany. Aziz V. Okay, Ansumana, welcome. Let me try and add you on, and my co-host, Ansumana Sano and Adam Awa Kamara. And we normally we share experience regarding about disability issues in the Gambia. Yeah, hello, Ansumana. Yeah, Ansumana, I've invited you. Adama. Yeah, welcome, Dauda. Welcome. Welcome, Mohammed Sisao. Thank you so much for all your viewers who are there, watching our This Live Weekend program. Now, this Live Weekend program, as we said, is about, issues affecting disabled people. It's about empowerment. And today, our topic is about disability empowerment. Disability empowerment means, how we're going to empower our fellow people with disabilities and their families. Okay, yeah, and yeah, Aziz V. Hello, Ansumana.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ansumana, how are you? Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit late, technical issues,
I know.
Yes, yeah. Currently I've just accepted, Aziz V. Aziz V.
Yes, Mr. Jallo.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I'm good. And you?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think, Ansumana Adam also just called me not long ago, that she'll be joining us very soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Just badin Gambianol just mbemben fola jam wala mo antola nyi weekend every weekend program me ala ko kana jam pour ka lanjuto la ko fo bi nte mbe jang ani ko host wala mo Ansuma Sano anin Adam Awa Kamara also abina sansan abe join, and today bi mbe diamola mennam wala mo lanjuto fula me ala ko dobe abe jana England ka fa Khalifa Saho adafana abinala abe do kudlar bari nya time o soto abe dunnaje andunga do fana lanjuto soto me ala ko e ka fa Abdou Diallo wodu mon ka fa Junior Spices bari sang ako ay tu ko to kuto soto wala mo Aziz V mean for visual impaired because ate a lanjuto soto ala nya lanju wala problem o so comme ka fo nyame na mandika mo man sene abake ya. But all what I was saying in Mandika, my brothers and sisters, and to all our viewers, today again we are back on this weekend platform where we talk about disabled issues, affecting people with disabilities in the Gambia. And today we have two gentlemen. Now these are people that I knew, when we are in the Gambia. In fact, one of them is our mentor, Mr. Khalifa Saho. Mr. Khalifa Saho is a physically disabled person. He is in Bristol. He will be joining us, later. And we also have, Aziz V. Aziz VI is a visually impaired person. He's a musician. Right now I'm playing his tune. So these are the people today we have where which that we will be interviewing them. It's more like a discussion, like where they could come and share their experience, uh, about disability and about some of the challenges and about some of the strengths, the weakness, some of the things which that they have achieved in lives, and then we will go there. Yeah, Answana. Come careful, today, first of all, before we start the program, I would like to, to inform the general public that, my father passed away on the 15th of October. So today was his, they were doing the charity, in the Gambia. Because the reason why I want to bring about my dad is that because my dad, I could remember, in my year for which I always happy, to talk about that. When I said that I'm not going to go to school with a donkey, he was the one who encouraged me because he was very, very instrumental in terms of my education because he knew that, if I go to school, one day, I'm going to be, somebody, going to be independent, productive in society. Yeah, so that's why, I pray to him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him Jannah. And I'm also praying, to all those people, who pass away, may God, give them the highest Jannah. And I'm also not forgetting, my grandma. My grandma, as I always say that, she was the one who brought me up, and, said definitely it wasn't easy, especially when we talk about, a disabled child, the stigma, so I'm also, sending appreciation and prayers, to my grandma, and to everybody, to every mommy in this world, we know that, how important, how hard they struggle, to feed our, their children, to look after the kids and stuff like, especially when you're a disabled child. So thank you, every mama in this world. We thank you. We pray for you. Yes, Ansumana, come for yeah, Bimu, now farmer Abanta on the 15th of October, about a few years ago. So now farmer nak ate munana being ala topic on nade jam wolemu being what mo mampuso soto kada karamo don na farmer another I suggest on that akongana follow what more there was a special follow in Kafun Nimuna because the follow it was so close to me. So at lekan samba, sometime, nyingkata kunkodo. So mfama nara ya fonye san because imam soto sang isi follow samba no karamon yitara fo karamon to fon ye jije. So yaje so at len encourage because na farmer all the time I can encourage them, kata karamon because ayalo yora nyintata karamon one day or the other nte fanam ben fam muna fanna and small makono. And one of the most important thing for na farmer, wala nanga miss back wala he was the dad malako the first thing you call abuka nyineka call there are two things akanyineka wala akanyineka for a ladula soto or for a domoro soto because nyin kumada back because ntolbe yalo nebo ya isuwa kono nyi kumandro ke the first thing molka ke nyineka muna kodo or ila problem or but na farmer those were the first two questions akanyineka wala Korea domoro and I can repeat every time Korea domoro soto or a ladula soto. Every time nga call be sama nga kumani the same thing akan yenen ka wala. So wala na bedwala alama ala so jana ano momo me ala ko ifama banta fana bon bedwala mo me ala ko ifama imam bang bedwala e jata kende asoro ani ye sanji jama soto. Wo tambi kola fana manyina mbama nyol di kontolbe yalo ne as kanun tekal nga fali nte mama len kulu mama so wolen kulu wol fana boy bedwa nyina ne atata maka I'm very very happy be duala ando momo me alko e mama so because tolbe yalo na mama nyol e kam tolbo look after back so matter back so albe al mama al bama be duala mo me alko mankenda e jata kende asoto okay Ansumana. Yeah. Hello Ansumana. It look like Ansumana is good. Assis V, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, it looked like Ansumana has gone,
I send my sympathy.
Thank you.
I will come in a minute, but I'm arranging my children can continue, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. You know, whenever you are ready, Assis V.
In 2 minutes, I'm still there.
Yes, yeah, that's fine, you know. Yeah, that's fine. Let me try and add Ansumana, you know. He must have dropped. Yeah. Hello, Adama. I'm trying to send you, Adama Hawa Kamara. I'm trying to send you, you know, if you hear me, please send me a this thing, notification so that I can accept you. Okay, Ansumana, welcome back.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ansumana. First of all, you know, before we have Khalifa and Abdul say he's coming back later, you know, yeah, I'm seeing, you know, this thing, you know, Alaji Gay, you know, Mr. Gay, you know, yeah, he said, hi guys, good to see you all again, you know, yes, Alaji Gay, we remember when we are very active in this charity, you know, at one time he organized, you know, this fundraising for us, you know, with Tata, the late Tata Dindin Joba, you know, may his soul rest in peace, you know. Yeah, Mr. Gay, welcome, thank you so much, you know, he said that, hi guys, good to see you all again, mashallah, you know, yeah, thank you so much, brother, he is very, very supportive, you know. When you just talk about disability, Mr. Gay, you know, is always so emotional and ready to support. You know, thank you so much. You know, Mr. Gay also is a guy, you know, who is a businessman. You know, I think he's one of the guys, you know, who started this African food. You know, especially in Birmingham. You know, he really helped lots of people. You know, in terms of African food. We all know that if you are a Gambian or if you're from Africa, sometimes you don't normally miss the African food. Thank you so much, Gainjoro. Thank you so much. And I think still now he's doing the same thing. Guys, if you want to support, Gainjoro is our brother. He's a very hardworking man. Remember, it's not easy, to get this stuff from Africa and bring them, to Europe. To help people, to at least to enjoy, because I know more Jamal Beje, among the community, more Jamal Beje, Meloko, it will you see that 1 week in Mamano Domo, definitely, it will battle the bag. So people like Genjoro, and you like about, Khalifa Saho, Nafi food store, they are really doing great, for African community, in the United Kingdom and in Europe. So, thank you so much for that, remember, if you buy products from these people, you are really supporting them. You are really supporting Gambia, because it's going to make them, to be able to bring more products, in here, which that, you don't have to struggle, because ngalong kom ga fo nyam mo jamal be jego ni man Gambia domo no mano domo, akadia and yaje itole kanaki. Yeah, welcome Mustafa.
Mr. Gallo, back again, yeah?
Yes, welcome Mustafa Suso. Mustafa Suso Fanankomka for Nyame, he was a guy, who was very active, with us, when we used to do this cultural weekend from Manchester to Birmingham and then to London, Mustafa is always there, he's always there. Mustafa also got some physically disabled person. He's also residing in Manchester. Mustafa Barka back, welcome back. Yes. Genjoro say, Ansumana, I miss you a lot, my brother, yeah, definitely. I remember Ansumana in engage or what time all about the Alkany program organized, definitely. Yeah, thank you so much, Genjoro. And Ansumana, you keep going, Ansumana, are you back now?
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, ila network onko. Mang Adam hawa jebo, so malam fo akono mo aluntango lesoto non so wal katale boy, so yeah. Okay, Ansumana, while because time mo katale boy ngani program mo start time before ni mole na Ansumana recently even in Pakistan and in Murta Gambia. Can you also elaborate a little bit Pakistan? I know last time you mentioned about Biritara Pakistan, what we are doing there, So left ya narrate more, Pakistan, Benyadi, and some of the achievements that you have gained from Pakistan.
Okay, Abaki Usman. Altola na Careful Tama Pakistan.
Ila network malang akat break le.
Oh, into current. Karena jorang. Akakara tara wala. Careful tambilan kamu. bari aram se kambina ay
Okay. Yes, asumana wo kumada bage comme ka fo ko tata jimente la ko le karan Pakistan. So muruta la sang amunta ko sang anin londo le nata asumana ni londo le nata and wo bage because ntol be yalon any London me ala ko asimol mako as a disabled person and the society wo kumada bage definitely. So asumana mana fo ibeje. So it looked like I dropped Alekoteke. Yeah, Assis V, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, my friend.
Okay, yeah, Assis V, it looked like Ansuman has gone again. Yeah, okay, Assis V, let's start with you, Assis V. Assis V is just Abdou Jallo, huh? Abdou Jallo, yeah. Abdou Jallo, can you just tell us a brief biography of yourself?
Hello, everybody on watching. I visual they used to call me Junior IC, but now I am no more. So they're calling me I stand for person.
Yeah, Abdou, you are breaking, I don't know what is it,
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now, but you are breaking.
Yeah, it's good, yeah?
Yes, yeah, it's better now, yeah.
Okay. Assis VI is my stage. Before they used to call me Junior Pisces. But Assis VI comes out like VI visual impaired. Me being a visual impaired person, I decided to add that two letters in my stage name to let the people know that just like the way they say it in Wolof, Linga don soko banye, never pecking against saying now. So from that time, I was called Junior Pisces, in the Gambia because people knew me as Junior Pisces way back when it comes to music. I was also in the Gambia doing music. I have attended a lot of competitions here as a visual impaired person. I was in Gamcel Chartbusters for months in the national TV. And then I traveled the whole country. Gambia, I traveled because of music. I have tour from corner to corner at Gambia. So me losing my sight at the age of 17, that doesn't stop me from what I am doing or being in the street begging. From the time I lost sight, my goal was only achieve what I wanted to achieve because I was a footballer. Being a footballer and I was very active, then now I don't play football anymore. Music was the only way out. Then I embarked into to sensitize the people what it means to be a person.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, Abdou Jallo, that's a very, very brief introduction. Thank you so much. Abdou Jallo, you talk about, you are a musician, but before we go there, when you are in this thing, when you were seen, like when you were attending primary school, what are some of the difficulties, that, because then, you were not visually impaired, at least you were able to see. So can you relate, like some of the difficulties you were having and when you become a blind person?
Yeah, the thing what was seen, I was a bit young, and I was very active.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, you are a little bit breaking again.
Okay, now I'm there. You hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, clearly now.
Yeah, it is when I was sick, what you don't expect in your life when it comes, sometimes it's very challenging because I was only thinking of, when I lost my dad newly, I was only thinking, no, I cannot make it. I have to go because all my colleagues are seeing, they are playing football. I cannot play football. The colleagues that I used to go with not coming back to me. You understand what I'm saying? All those difficulties, I was facing them. But after I realized this is just only my eye.
Yeah.
Then from there, I picked myself up take it from there. But it is challenging because of when you are seeing today, you've been seeing from 1 year to 17 years, then you become a blind person.
Yes.
It's only in the help of the good people and the help of God that can help you stand your and your determination. But I was able to overcome all those challenges. I was able to overcome all those challenges because even the one you're supposed to have an interview right now,
Yes.
Mr. Saho was a teacher in the primary school that he hit.
Yes.
I see him. I was not kind. But
Yes.
after all, I became kind again. I see him in the same school where I was learning as a teacher. The difference, because you know sometimes when you see the people, but after that you aren't anymore again, and the same person who was teaching you in that class come back in the same area also to teach you.
Yeah.
I there's many difference.
Yes. Yeah. So okay. Up to now, you you become blind, and then you went to the school for the blind.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So you went to the school for the blind. Whilst you are blind, Abdul. How can you relate some of the difficulties we are in terms of learning? Because we know that like when you were seeing, it was people, education. You were seeing what they were teaching, but they were teaching you. But now, when you become a blind now, and they are moving you to a visually impaired school, how do you find that difficult?
It is very challenging. Very challenging. Something that you enter to it, very difficult even to understand even writing. That I struggle with like a little bit of the alphabet. You have the basic and the grade 1 and grade 2.
Yes.
You understand? So thank God I was able to have the grade 1 that I was able to participate on a little bit of my education.
Yes. Ansumana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. You keep dropping off.
Yes.
Yeah. We have Abdul as his VI, visually impaired. He's a musician. I was asking him to give us just a brief biography about who is he, and then some of the challenges he got, because according to Abdul, he said that he was seeing this happen to him when he at the age of 17 years. You understand? And from there, he become blind. And then he was narrating that some of the difficulties, he have, like, because when you are able to see and then you can no more see, it's always very challenging because it needs adjustment. So he did say that, he finds some challenges, like getting used to it, also some of the challenges in getting into this visually impaired school, But you and I know Abdu very well because we know that Abdu, he was our student at School for the Blind, and we've been seeing Abdu at that time. He was very active, as he said, because Abdu is the type of person which that, nothing stopped him. For the fact that he's visually impaired, because as he said, he was a footballer, but when he become blind, he says that he will not be able to play football. Then he jumped into music, and you remember when we used to have the cultural the group at School for the Blind. I was very, 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 very active in terms of that. In fact, I went with up to many programs. Where he normally performs and stuff like that, which is very, very important because as a disabled person, you need that determination, because the determination is something which that can help you to become independent. Because Ansumani, you and I or anyone, we all want to be independent. We all want to be doing something now which that is our disability doesn't affect it, because what we need to do things like that, it's just adjustment. Once you have the adjustment, you are okay. Now, Ansumana, what can you say? Do you have any question you want to ask? Abdu. Ela diamo is low. Ansuma, ela diamo is very low.
I think alphabet
Okay.
Abdul mun karam do din lewti. O aji karam tamo ci ay mum ya longo ala hajo longo tapi mu ko dem musique ñi ani wala ko musique go ñum ak passa ke passa to mo na ya fa alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ta fala tam ya longo wala na adu wa anen shima ni jare kende yo ndefa ma la ba ke ma tam ba bari alhamdulillah pelen to no kanja sai abde ñini kala mi na wolom ñiti ni ajibe bi de dindun be keren do video golu man determination ko politique de jamar la ñaan tu kole ambe silo kan tambino kole ala no anu ite be dami bore si tambino to mbela play
Okay, that's my na format challenge what him Sano. Guy go Sano.
yes.
Kwanda baki ke moy andong ala te dubal di fanan kata jang mi mol mi yang ko ye karandu andum bi wolbe kan kasi kan te je dula auto kan te je silo kan sadat na ala tentu wala bake ba ko so alien lo nyaa dunto nte be wole nyaama fo wo karamu do alien karam da dunto nte hani bin kam delen mol encourage kaida ndala ko ni nyamuta o ma ko la dunia ba because on jela hamo be mum ka jewo dinni merento be ye alien lo nyaama rek ko bi abam me mbota dada je nga gaay ji muka na suwo ko je gaayel ma anu ninga momo je fa jalan ka keno gaayel muka fa dinna ka fole asamba je ya di dinni because ni asamba ya di gaayel to franka alon ne ko soma ito franka ke fendo wodi ningol bi wol fango kan ko ta fonye Aziz PI nintambi de sate kono gaay ko kumande senior prices ngay ko ninte mo jawoti no fi ital kumande senior prices so I'm coming for the guy always because on guy ko petal mo ibe da mimbe ti to kan ka sada dan amuta e bamba because nyanda tambila wo genere o place do weba tol fi lanjur tol wala non mi amuta wala mi ko amuta wala ta to kan ka sada dan okay nyanda tambila wo because of bi tol fana dulal la dame dulal nyanda la pour banko itañi.
Yes. Abdu Ansuman, I'm not testing, Abdu Yemen for Akuma at a back, I can understand. Okay. I know, Yaje, because Ntol Lanju told come Galia Mulmuta Nyamenje, Nimu Lanju told Walamu, Nyamari, Anyanta Kasada Danoke. But the Alayan told Marco, and the purpose of here, Purka Taraja Jambi is because of Nafta Kaita Mola Lanju Toya doesn't mean that Inyanta Katara Silokam. So thank you very much for that. We also welcome Adama, our camera. Adama, welcome.
Well, hi.
Yes, good, yeah. Okay, yeah. So Adama, at the moment, we are talking with Aziz VI. Aziz VI, as you've seen on the poster, is a visual impaired person. I think he spoke, last week also. And first of all, what we asked him, to give was a brief introduction about himself, where he talked about himself from childhood. As his VI, he wasn't blind. He wasn't born blind. He got this blindness at the age of 17 years. And then we asked him also about some of the challenges, that he faced, for become a person like who is able to see, and a person who become blind at the age of 17, where he mentioned some of the difficulties, he got and stuff like that. So as he was one of our students, when we were at school for the blind. We know him very well, he was very active, in that, because his blindness, never stopped him. you know, even during the night, you know, as his VI, he's always rocking in town with his white cane. You know, he's jumping from one program to another to show people that he's a visually impaired person, but he also have to go and attend program to participate to showcase his talent, because that is very, very important. And Sumana also asked him, you know, in Mandinka, you know, that what he was narrating, you know, and he emphasized that, you know, like being a disabled person, you know, it doesn't mean, you know, you have to be a beggar, you know, because we don't want to be that, you know, because we all know that, you know, the people who are begging at Serekunda, you know, or in the Gambia, you know, they are not well respected, you know, maybe they are doing this because they don't have opportunity, and that's why the platform is here to educate people, you know, for the fact that somebody got disability, you know, if he get the support, you know, definitely he's going to be somebody, you know, who's going to be productive in the society. Yes. Ansumana, do you have any other question, you know, that you want to ask, you know, this thing, as his VI?
No, you guys are belajar.
Huh?
Go ang belajar for madam
Okay. Okay. Our welcome, you know, as I said, you know, as I talk about, you know, as his VI, for you being a physically disabled person also, you know, do you have anything that you want to ask, you know, as his VI, you know? Yeah. Hello, Adama.
Hi, yes, hello. Welcome to our show once again. Sorry for the late entrance. I have heard just a part of what you guys were discussing. I think it's very, being a disabled person, doesn't matter what kind. I mean, people always belittle you. So Aziz, actually, I just want to say I'm proud of you for, you know, thriving and not letting someone or nobody limit you in doing what you're doing. So that's all I want to say.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, very good, very good. You know, so as his VI, you know, you heard what, you know, people have said, you know, because it's all about determination. You know, it's all about showing that, you know, you can do it. You know, even if you cannot do it, you know, sometimes it's good, you know, because all I tell people that, you know, when we are running, I don't want to be the last person. I might not be the, you know, at the front, but, you know, I want to be above average. I want to get that 50%, you know, above, you know. Yes, okay. Yeah, I see this guy, you know, welcome everybody. I'm seeing some comments, you know, and as we seen, you know, my brother, you know, whom I talk about, Alaji Gay, you know, is on. We have Nima Senghor, welcome. Mustafa Suso, welcome. And then we have Musa also welcome. And then our brother Mohammed Sisao, welcome. So, you know, Seth Jeng, also welcome. He say, hello, family. We have Jarai Jabi. Hello, Mr. Jallo. Good evening. Oh, it's no, it's not evening yet here. It's afternoon. Thank you, Jarai. Say hello, Ansumana Sano. The program is so interesting. Thank you so much, Jarai Jabi. We have also our sister, he says, Slam Team, Tukulor Seal, Ajara Matanala. Yeah, welcome, you know, and we have also our Jongoma Fatu, you know, Jongoma Fatu, you know, thank you so much. Welcome. The last time she sent me a very nice audio, you know, she said how happy she is, you know, to be watching us, to be part of this, you know, this program. Thank you so much, you know, Jongoma, you know. So that I'm so proud of you folks, you know, you have work and determination will help others, you know. Yeah.
Mr. Jallo.
Yeah, your hard work and determination will help others, you know. Please share, let me share, you know, in my GY drive, you know. And then Jongo will say, good morning, got your invite, but I'm out somewhere. I will join you, you know. Yeah, thank you so much, Jongo Mafatu, you know. Thank you so much, you know. Guys, share this thing. This is a platform where we, you know, is here to support disabled people and their families. As we said, you know, the platform is for everybody. We are here to voice our, you know, what we have, you know, to voice something which, you know, that's going to help us, people understand who we are, you know, what we want to become, you know, how we want to become independent, because that is very, very important, you know. Independency is one of the key to you know, to this platform. We want to be people which, you know, that, you know, like, you know, whatever we want to do, you know, we'll be able to do it with your support, you know. Inshallah, we'll be able to do it. Yes, hello, Abdul.
Yeah, come there, just like when it comes to disability with music.
Yeah. I will come there. That was the question because we want you even to to give us a cappella. We want you to sing. I was listening to one of your songs, which was very nice. And I think that is very nice. Now, Abdul, you started music in the Gambia.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I've seen how you are struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And now you are lucky. You came to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
What support do you have in Germany as a visual impaired person doing music?
Yeah, first, I will start from the foundation.
Yeah.
When I start music, when I lost my sight at the first year, I was only to kill myself.
Yes.
You understand? I was only to kill myself. Then from there, one time my mother from my pocket, he buy me a small radio.
Yes.
When she buy me the small radio,
yeah,
I started listening to the radio. Something comes to my head to put me into music.
Yeah.
Then from there, I meet a DJ called Daddy G. But by that time, called Radio 1 FM. Then he said to me, "How can you do music? You are blind. How can you do music?" I said to him, I will do music. He said, "How?" Then by that time, it was cassette. Then I have one friend, this cassette, I was using this when I go to funerals and all those stuff, I will play cassette to do my a cappella. Then from there, I started going to the funeral schools up to there. One time, I was those one. I met a producer called MJ.
Yeah.
MJ looked at me and said, "Look, my brother, you can do it. Come and meet me in my stage."
Yeah.
Then I go to Bakau Newtown. By that time, the Bulldog studio is there called Bulldog. MJ was the producer. He was the first person to come into studio and record a song for me called Why War in Africa. He asked me, "Why do you record Why War?" I said, when I sit down, I think about the wars in Africa and then the disabled people in those countries. When the war comes, they cannot escape. So I decided to sing this song to motivate the people that are creating things to stop. Then I started going like that, started in places. I started from Congo area, from Birkama Mandinaba, going upward, going to Jarasoma, Sibanor, going up to Kaur, Kuntaur, going to Pasetamba Sansang, Ganjambure, Birkama, Bansang, all those places I go with music. I remember one time I was I play, a mother comes to me. She said to me, "I want you to go with my son. My son is blind. Can you help me to go with my son so that he can also do music?" I said to myself, "I cannot go with him, but I will give you a link to take him to that school." Mr. Gallo, it's a very tough to be a musician, visually impaired person in the Gambia. Before I will go to stage, big stages, they will invite me. They will discriminate me to come on that stage. Sometimes they are not even considering me as coming to come on that stage. But immediately I step on the stage, when I play, all their musicians, they will stand up and play for that. All the DJs are in Gambia. I'm not saying the new ones there. All from Born African, from Rebellion Record, all of them today. If you ask them about me, they will tell you. You understand what I'm saying? So being in that line, I was fighting two things. One thing is to advocate about disability. The other one is to show that we can do music. Because they were refused. So I have to push it for them. Because even these companies, when I go there for my music, they are giving me coins and say, they think I'm coming for reggae. But with all those strengths, I go through it up to where I am today. Now I thank God a lot. I thank God from the ending because I learned from what makes me to be who I am today. I have songs. I have many songs. Even not last year, I released an EP called Keep the Faith. EP with 4 songs. That's already everywhere in the internet.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's why anytime I'm doing this, I always tell people, help the different able people in anyhow, one way or the other.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I was in your own place, I was there. I played, I attended almost 7 radio stations in your life and a Ben TV as a visual person. I have a lot of fans in London, South London, London West. I have fans there. You understand what I'm saying? So all these things, the motivation or the determination that is in me, because before I go in that hot sun in Gambia, everywhere, even my mother would tell me, stop, you will die before your time. Sometimes I will not even have a fare to pay for my taxi or pay for my van. I will climb the trucks or these pickups to get where I want to go. But I still have to do that, you know. In Germany, I can afford, but here I have some producers. I'm working with a producer called Z-Man. His production is called Hyper Production. He also lives in Kunchin, but he's the one recording my song, the live band. I thank God for good people that God bring to me. You know? And with that, I'm still doing what I am doing.
Yeah, Abdul, thank you so much for that. Definitely, this is what we want, as a disabled person, because that is very, very important. All you need is the support, just a little support. You will be there. And as I say, we all very, very proud of you, because I've seen you when you were young, and now if I go online, and then see your music, especially the song that you released recently, Keep the Faith, it's amazing, it's brilliant, Abdul, because if you don't have that support, if the environment is not being conducive, and the people, that's what I always say. I say, if, sometimes as a disabled person, is the people that surround you. If the people that surround you, they've been very supportive, and so, this, Abdul, honestly, you will not have no obstacles. But when the people, the environment, it's not accessible, and you have people which that they are surrounding you, they are not being very supportive, rather than trying to discriminate you, then you will not get to anywhere. And I think that is very, very important. And what you are doing, is fine, it's brilliant. You understand, huh? Because today, at least, you are very independent. You go around, you do your own things, you support yourself, you support your family, you support other people. I think that is the most important thing in life. And yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Yeah, and so Adam, you have heard, what Abdul has said. If you want to contribute, want to add anything, you are welcome.
I believe it's not a surprise, like the discrimination part and what we went through to acquire and succeed. I think it's not something that we don't know, because especially I used to always remind people, that we all have the same target. Someone wants to be, some person, like some people want to be musicians, some people want to be doctors, some people want to be nurses. But the thing is that people with disability, they have the same target too. When you ask them, they have dreams. Just like Aziz want to be wanted to be a musician from a very early age, and he actually did it. So we have the same target. But the thing is that we are people with special needs. We want to reach the same target, but our way of reaching there is that we need extra help, special needs, special help to reach there. But that doesn't mean that we should be discriminated for not, for wanting things at the end, instead of helping us and actually motivating us. Some people are so, they have a different mentality when it comes to them. So Aziz is really someone that is actually a great example. Despite everything, he rise above it and became who he is actually today. So actually, I'm proud of you. And in our community, it's all about inclusion, like I said, if you don't live a community that is inclusive, instead of sidelining people who they need special needs, I think it's something that we all have to raise awareness about. Inclusive is everything, really. So giving the same opportunity like someone without disability is actually a must, and it's actually a human right thing, really. So it's not something that we have to just segregate or say people like, no, this is for people with disability or this is not for the people with disability. I mean, we are all actually in a Salah Bowl nation. You know, everyone got to be who they are, and then still maintain their culture or their tradition. So why not people with disability too? Basically, I'm proud of you, Adi, really.
Thank you, Adama. Just to let you know that I was also in the competition in Berlin Low Vista. I was the only African there. A lot of European countries, almost 16 musicians. I become number 5 in that competition in Berlin.
Abdu, that's brilliant.
Really proud of you, Abdu, really.
Yes. Yeah, just Abdu, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. Yeah, Adama, what you have said, is just brilliant because we just need that support. I always said, just little support, we will get there. And I think that is very important. And that's the difference, between, Europe and Africa. Because, in Europe here, they understand our needs. Because, everybody got needs, So if we've been supported with that needs, it's going to help us, it's going to uplift us, we get to where we want to be. Yes. Thank you so much, guys. We have people who are commenting. We have Keba Lamin, Drame, who is sending lots of loves. Thank you so much. And I also have, my brother, Babu Karndur. Karndur is a Gambian in Birmingham. This guy, when I was being very active doing this thing, charity for disabled people, he bought lots of wheelchairs, for disabled people. And, most of the time, Babu Karndoro is always organizing fundraising, supporting people in the Gambia. I think they also have an organization where, they support people during Ramadan and during Tabaski, I think recently I've seen him also, Babu Karndoro, he is trying to raise some fund to build a hospital. I think there is one healthcare, which in the Gambia, I don't know whether I didn't know the much information about what he's trying to raise fund, to build the healthcare. He's a very good man, he's always, active in terms of, Gambia support, especially, when we talk about the disabled, the poor and the needy, Thank you so much. Welcome, Mr. Babu Kandor. This is a platform where we are here and we talk about issues about disabled people, in the Gambia, because we feel that, it's high time, people come here, we come and narrate our story because our story is very, very important. These are stories that will go out there where people can understand us, and change perception towards us, because that is very, very important. Advocacy is one of the most important things. If you advocacy is more powerful than money. You can give me money today, I might finish it within 2-3 days, but the advocacy, it will gonna last forever. So that is very, very important. Welcome, Fasi also is watching, and then Keba Lamin Drame Hussein is a round of applause. The Iron Lady. Yes, Adama, thank you so much. And then we have also, how come you got those needs, I don't know how can you get those needs, Babu Kandu is asking that question, and he said that thank you, you are so kind, Yes, Babu Kandu, I don't know, he said how can you get those needs, if it is talking about disability needs, that is the one of the thing which is very difficult, in terms of in the Gambia, because here, our needs, are catered for, as said, once he's going to work, the place is accessible. She got, access, to work. Likewise, me, the same thing, and I think that is very, very important, because these are some of the needs that we need, that could help us, also to be independent. And Sumana.
Yes.
And Sumana, lafta ni ko for mande kangono because ya namale ko amabeta come akadiamu ani Abdou Diallo, because Abdou Diamu tajang akumata bake wala mu as a visual impaired person, anding anim ala musico. So ite e muna sort of jedron boy pour isi diamu ala musico ko.
Yo, lang akaran de kan dolo ka
la diamo buka sene ansumana there is la background noise be jan buka sene abuka findi bage
tangay okay sa jinio tele karande pakate kanga so gato no pake karol so wodon kon pake ngaja meno ambe duara
yes yeah
talent de la langue ko daru tanen ni mol mo amante ko kamo yani ko wala music ko la puto ni na yo
ansumana
aha
ka fanga boy ka break bakele boy it's making lot of
malo min do ko do ken wala del man ni kami alon ko sembo wadale anu mala pim fa ko ngolo tongo tado mbe mbela sula anim mbela do ku fi ay tarim be ji baaji la be na talent pim mboto ne ko wolo min diko donga tamasi ñun don sula rapu yo ibe kay dada e mano ñin dada kanya e be shi tamano wa kera to panal mo mon dimbala wala mo mon dimbala ko kala bari amudo don kon yana sila sula dal danila bawo mo si ko no bi mo dol be marala la ko wala ko nambe fenta yala le so sa mari tin ke no amako wo na do la itala afana ta ya ko ara wala kuma da dina kanya kay ko wala wala mo tin ke kanda ni lan
ansumana yes ila diamo akumada bake comme yemen fo lanjutol ila sulo lanjutol wala mo nyaje imanya naka kajafi amako ada asa famuna fo no nyame ke yeah my just this thing babu kandur mune good program, keep it up. Thank you so much Babu kandur. Guys, as you know, we are back again, on this platform, every weekend to talk about issues with disabled people in the Gambia. And I'm also informing you that, if you go on the comment section, the last button there are stars there. If you just want to donate or stars, stars could start from 29p, how many, and it depends how much you want of this thing, how many stars you want to buy, you can buy it, it's just when you click on the comment box, the last button, you will see the star. If you click on the star, it's going to tell you, the cost of, each star or up to 200 stars or, or any amount you want to contribute. Thank you so much. Okay, Adama. Hello?
Yes, right.
Yes, yeah. Ansumana was talking about, what Abdul was saying. As we all know that, as a disabled person, especially when you are visually impaired, and doing music, because Abdul was saying it, the discrimination, especially in the Gambia, it was very, very challenging for you. Now, for you living in German, now you've seen, how like there was this guy, which we used to call it this thing, when I was young, they call him Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, he was a visually impaired person. We've seen him, how, he was so supported, he was doing music, in fact, when he was singing, everybody, people love his voice, You live in Germany. you must have come across, with some disabled people who are talented, who are doing music and something like that. Do you have anything to say regarding to that?
Yes, I mean, the support you get in the Western world versus the one you get in Africa is different. We all know that, and that's something that we all have that in common. It's all of us are living, not like three of us are living outside Gambia. The support that we have versus the support that you have in Gambia is not. So here you get supported. People identify your talent. People know that you are doing that, and they support you through that. Without even limiting you or saying that you are actually visually impaired or a person or a physically person or So there are so many support that you get here. Really, so many support.
Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, guys, as you know that Khalifa Sao, he's at work. He did say, he's gonna come and join us, but I know he must be busy, so he might come and join us later because he was trying to get someone, to replace him, at work, but he couldn't get that, So that's why he's there. But he said that if he got some time, he might come around, and then share his opinion. Yes, yeah. So Ansumana.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so iko Pakistan, silo imam bata bake.
Gaga fai chapati.
Chapati.
Chapati. Yes. Paratha. Chapati.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's in the background. They say now, Abdul. Can you do us a cappella? Because some of the songs, that especially keep you as a keep me. Is it keep you in faith? Keep me in faith.
Faith. Okay. Keep the faith. It will come one day. Why what you can pray? Oh Lord. Keep the faith. It will come one day. Why when you can pray? Oh Lord, brother man, 4 and 2 O's on seat and left. Man, you are strong and brave. Remember, God is the one who made. With all what you see, still you don't believe. Oh, still you don't believe. Keep the faith. Yo.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. The song is so nice. Yes, Assist VI. Guys, anybody who wants to support Assist VI, he's doing music. You can subscribe to his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel. Assist VI. VI means visually impaired person. Abdul Jalal as
I have this one which I dedicated for my different people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is called. Wait for the lanju ikana buta dano akaran nyanyo ide Rama sinta na yo.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Guys, this is Assist VI visually impaired. Yeah, guys. Anybody who want to contribute or anybody who got a question, for Assist VI or this panel, you are highly welcome. You can just send me a request, and then I will add you if you want to do any contribution. Yeah, Babukar Ndur, you are welcome. To Claude C. Jongo Mafatu, anyone who is here, who like to Keba Drame, you are also welcome to participate. Just send me a request. If you send me a request, and then I will add you. Yes. Ansuma. Oh, wow. Be your network. Better honey fan about. Yeah. Ila network wa buka man better abo. Ani ila Pakistan network le official da Gambia network. Yeah. Malo for maybe if you move somewhere else, where you can't avoid. While you are doing that, let me get back to Adama. Adama. Hello?
Yes.
Ansumana. I said, look like Ansumana's network is very, very bad today. Oh. Ansumana. Oh. Ansumana. Ansumana. Oh. Hello, Adama.
Yes, I'm getting you.
Yeah, look like Ansumana. Can you log out and come back again? Oh.
Hello?
I said, can you log out? Ngo. Ni si finti ye muru kote because ila noise ya de back.
Okay.
Ha. Yes, welcome Samba Jaide. Samba Jaide also is running, a charity for disabled people. Samba, if you want to contribute also, you can just send me, the notification and I will add you. Yeah, Adama, you had, as his VI, singing. He got a very, very nice voice, and
His voice is lovely, really.
it is, and especially the last song, about, differently able people. That song was, was so touching. It was so nice. So I think, as his VI, I think one day, you can invite us, we come to Germany, and then you play music for us.
Always. That will happen.
It will happen. Yeah, definitely. I'm also, this hopefully, I think last time we spoke about, the Gambian Cultural Weekend. So hopefully the nearer the time, we're gonna speak to, Njogu Malik and others, and then, you never know, you might come and perform. It would be very, very good, for Gambian to see you, performing, because the London Cultural Weekend, the weekend is very, very. It's a lot of people coming there. People come all the way from other part of Europe.
And London, I have a lot of fun there. I was in the Monks Park near Wembley. In Wembley.
Yeah.
Nice. The reason why I'm doing this, Gallo, I am a face when it comes to music or differently able in music in my country. I am a face.
Yeah.
Wherever I stand today, I do anything promoting myself. So people always ask me, where
Yeah. Well, that's brilliant, and I have to, because as you say, like, if you get that support, definitely, you get to where you want to be, and that is very, very important. Guys, we are very sorry, today, this thing is making a lot of noise, I think it's due to network or technical issues, but as I say, this is a new thing, we all learning from it, and I think that is very, very important. Sumana, welcome back. Wow. Hello, Sumana. Yeah, still now, Mambita is making a lot of noise. Malam for ila mobile abe speaker kono for. Yeah. Now Mambita is making a lot of noise. Maybe maybe if you move, ni fintira banta asikena o sifiseno. Sometimes you be bunko no je Gambia or network o buga better. Yeah. Okay. Then while Ibela sort out, like, then I get back to Adama. Adama.
Yes, I'm listening.
Hello, Adama. Young Madega.
Yes, I am.
Oh, this no, I hope it's not my end. Hello?
I'm getting you. I'm getting you.
Okay, yeah, Adam, if you have anything, you want to talk about disability issues, because as you said, we are advocating, and then the other party was supposed to be here due to busy schedule, still now he's not in. So if you want to add anything, towards disability advocacy issues, you are highly welcome. Whatever topic you want to talk.
Well, the issues are actually we presented so many issues,
Yes.
ranging from discrimination to not giving emotional support or support to family members and persons with disability.
Mm,
What our society is lacking is pure inclusion. Inclusion is everything. When we talk
mm,
about disability, we mean inclusion, giving the same right as any other person, giving the same opportunity like the person whom or actually is a person with disability. It's about giving opportunity and respecting people's rights, human rights, and people with disabilities and person with disabilities rights.
mm,
So inclusion is what we all have to fight for, because if you see in a class that there are so many, when we talk about inclusion, in a
mhm.
class full with people without disability, that is not inclusion for me. Without, like, if a class is full with a person that are not person with disability, so where is the person that is sitting on a wheelchair, someone who
Yeah.
is actually physically challenged, or someone who is also visually impaired, the class is not inclusive. It's not, because that's what we want. We want a society, a country, a nation full with inclusion. I identify people weakness and find people needs and help them towards it. I want to see a class in Uganda, for example. I want to see a class that is full with people with disability, or people that are not person with disability. It's a mix. It has to be a mix of everything. That's what inclusion is. And then when we talk about roads, not roads, but when we talk about public buildings, it has to have two entrances. I don't mind. Let the whole building have stairs. It's okay, but also cater for person with disability. Know that we all want to have access to that building. You can build stairs, but also build a way that a person who is sitting on a wheelchair or using a white cane can also have access to it. So the nation inclusion. When we talk about persons with disability, inclusion is the right word. We just want to belong. We just want to live a nation that we are actually part of it, not a nation that we are apart from it. That people are pushing you aside just because of your person with disability.
Yeah. I think that is very, very right, Adam, because inclusion is very, very important, and for me, inclusion, is always I've been advocating, in my life, because from where I come from, how I struggle, you know, so if I was having that, better inclusion, it would have been much better for me. But again, for me, I am lucky, at least, I escape, from that area. But now there are a lot of people there, which that they need that support, because once a disabled person is being included, it's more like that, you don't see yourself as a disabled person, because that inclusion will help you to become independent. That inclusion will help you where people will not be discriminating you. That is very, very important. And I think this is something which that that's why we are here. We are here, to speak to people, to tell people that we got our disability. We want to be included. We don't want to be segregated. We don't want to be discriminated. Because we are human beings. We are the same people. We are your brothers, your sisters, and I think that is very important. Thank you so much, Adam, on that, because that is a topic which that every individual, every Gambian should be talking about. Because we all seen where you are in Germany and where I am. Here is quite different. Because here nobody discriminates us. Here we are included. Whatever a disabled person can do here, they will make sure that a disabled person also will be able to do it. And I think that is very, very important. Jalo,
Yeah.
good. Up to now, you've been in Germany, and as you say, you are working, you are collaborating with some other musicians, or some other NGOs, or any institution where you are in Germany, you are because I've seen on Facebook sometimes I've seen some of the the music videos that you normally put Facebook, and I've seen sometimes you interacting with people, so how important is that to you?
Yeah, it is very important. As a musician, as an ambassador, it's always important to deal with good people. You understand me? I travel many cities. I travel all over. You understand? So being a visual impaired person, that I have to say that I travel many. You understand? Not long ago, I was supposed to be in France for this UNESCO World Festival, but unfortunately,
Hello?
unfortunately, so that due to busyness, I was able to go. But right now, my target is to work on my album, which I have already working on. When I finish with that, I wanted to participate in the World Blind Music Festival. This is where I want to stand and raise my flag. As a visual, in Germany, I have many, many good people. I go into Switzerland and I go into other countries doing my thing as musician. Yeah, but it's helping, and I'm not falling my hand and helping, waiting for people. I do think people join.
Yeah, yes, I think that is very, very important, Abdi, because as we are saying, it's the support, when people understand you, people want to support you, people value you, you feel that, like, you are included. And that is very important because people shouldn't see you because you are visually impaired. As you say, when you are in the Gambia, like people were thinking, oh, he's a visually impaired, so, he cannot sing and do that, because that is it, because it's just the support. When you are going in the Gambia, you are trying to showcase your talent, and showing people that what you can do. At the beginning, I know it was tough, but as time goes on, people were able to understand you, and I could even witness some of the programs that you have organized in the Gambia, which is very important. And these are some of the things that we are trying, people in the Gambia to understand. People in the Gambia to come here and support.
Let me tell you one. I was in this competition in JRTS with the Damsel chatbot. Yeah, we were 300, and this organization only 30 people, only 30 artists. Usunjai Senior they were the auditors. I'm telling you this. All these stars that you are seeing today, this ENC, this all of them. You understand? I was there with them. When I reached in that audition, when the man hear my voice, say, look, you don't need to go even further. You are automatically qualified to be in that competition. And I was in GRTS for almost 6 months. They go up to, they don't know who is the star, who will win, and then that's how the competition collapsed. And I was in that 12 people that left.
Yeah.
As impaired person. Every weekend they will give you a sound. You have your new song different from the last one. And I did it with the last.
Yeah, I think that is very, yeah.
And then the thing is, DJs they all know me. Me, I don't wait for them. I go to them. Fire and old people, when I call, they come because of the determination that they see in me. And I will thank you teachers also for motivating us. I will thank Sano. Sano is a very strong man, Sano is a very strong man. He did a lot. The visual impaired student, they know him very well. I will not sit down here without thanking him also,
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yes. Abdul, that's brilliant. Definitely. As you said, it's the support that you need. Once you get the support, and you'll be able to get to where you want to go. And that is, we are very proud. Because remember when we were at this school, you've seen because we've seen your talent. Because we've seen your talent, we've seen Abdul Jallo is a very intelligent guy, and Abdul Jallo, because when we were going to this thing, I could remember at one time, we went together, we went there, you performed very well, and people were happy. And I think that is very, very important.
And I was in the children, what I was doing is I gather all these small children that are having sometimes depression. I bring them into a hall, play instruments. I make them happy. I in a school competition with children.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go and compete with them. People are calling me, Gavel. I don't care. I want to see the children face smile. And we win awards. Go to school competitions and we win awards with music. Today, I'm not saying that. It's no more there. That should be there. Children need to be empowered with their talent. Not everybody can be in offices. They have talent in them. Show them where to strengthen their talent. Create activities for those type of children to attend with other normal, so-called normal children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Abdul, you can say this thing till tomorrow. All what you are saying is something which is very, very true. Because we are very proud of you, Abdul Jallo. Today, at least you are there. You can do your own things. I will have to wait for somebody to come and do things. Which is very, very important. Because as a disabled person, that's all what we want. That's all what we are asking for. We are asking for people just to give us that little support, so we get to where we want to go.
And I was one time angry in Gambia. When Peter Gomez was in the station, West Coast Radio, somebody called and they said, okay, the disabled cast, the disabled cast. And I call him. I call him and say, Uncle, what did you mean disabled cast? Do you mean we are also like those cats? He said, no. Crisis, we're not talking about that. I said, yeah, I just called to rectify.
Yes, I think that's it because, some people, will just say any word, it could be ignorant, because they are not aware. But at least we are here, at least you were there, to tell them, because that is very, very important. Because as a disabled person, also, you just don't sit and fold your hands. Where people are this, sometimes it's good, to tell them, look, you have to retaliate, in a form of retaliation to show them that, look, I am disabled, but that doesn't mean that, like the way you are discriminating, it's something which, is like that, because sometimes it's very, very, because I could remember when I was very young, some of my mates, I sometimes, I have to be strong myself, because sometimes if they want to take advantage, I have to be strong, to make sure that, if they want to beat me or something like that, sometimes I just pretend, I can beat them, and then, you will see that some of them will be running away from me because that is very, very important. But if you hold your hand as a disabled person, even sometimes people want to help us, but because, sometimes people don't know, how to help us. Or people fear, like if they get closer to us, maybe they might do damage or something. So that is very, very important. So sometimes it's good, also to be open to people. If you are open to people, our fellow brothers and sisters, then they will have the way, to help you. And I think that is very, very important. Yeah, welcome, Ramata, yeah, okay, Adama. Mangi ji sa yaay bi ni boy mu ngi she's watching, thank you so much, mitam jambar la, and welcome back, Jara Jab, this platform is, we are here to talk about issues with people with disabilities, we were supposed to have, one of my colleagues, but unfortunately, he said that he will be at work, and he's busy. So that's why we didn't see him, So I've seen also here Mohammed Saad, self-motivation. Yeah, Abdul Jallo, I think that is very, very important. What I was talking here, because we need to motivate our
people. Mr. Jallo, you have to be strong for them to, because if you are talking, sometimes don't believe. But when play song for them, then they will learn.
Yes. Yeah. Let me get back to Adam. Adam, I know that, last time you spoke about some of the challenges, you were having in the Gambia, because if you see today, Adama is here in Germany, you are so confident or whatsoever. There must be something, I know, that motivates you, because something that is very, very important. If you want to just, touch on those things, because remember here, we are here to motivate people. We are here to talk about ourselves. We are here to talk about some of the things which, that whether they were challenging, difficult things, or they were something that was good, something that helped us to who we are today, Adama.
Well, for me, to just go back to the thing that I said before, previous I grew up in an extended family, a family that was full with cousins and aunts and uncles. We are the one that raised. My home was a place that I see as a heaven, really, my house, because I have a great support system in my family. No one discriminated me. My grandma demonstrated it at a very early age, There's no way that my cousins will go out and start taking me taking me with them, along with them. She used to always ask, if you want to go, then how I must go with you. Even if I don't go out, she will come and ask and say, they would tell her, no, what? Hawa said she doesn't want to go. But she said, okay, it's not true. I will have to ask Hawa. So it's a form of my family create a space of inclusion, but also a place of saying that that despite how she is, she's still part of us, really. Whatever they used to do, cooking, cleaning, I was always with them. My grandma used to always make sure that I always belong. Like I always belong. I always have to do the things that other people are doing. So me being me, who I am today, is because I have a very great supporting system. My entire family, and I'm very thankful for having them, because they inspired a belief system in me that no matter how I am, to me, I have never lost a limb, or I wasn't born with. To them, I'm always a person that is complete. They identify it, they see it, but they never limited me. I have the same right like any other person. I went to school like any other person in my family. We are all educated. We are all educated. So coming from that kind of background, I think no matter what happened, in the outside world, things are different, right? You get discriminated because of your different, but even that, really, I just know that no matter what, no matter how people treated me outside, I'm safe at home. At home, I'm safe. At home, I am Hawa. I'm not Hawa with the girl without the legs. I'm Hawa, really. That's my name, and that's it. So being who I am today is because of the great support system I have, and also self-motivation, like Aziz used to say, start with us. If I look at myself in the mirror, I see me. I motivate me. I tell myself that I can do it no matter what people say. So I think being yourself and motivating yourself, and coming from a very strong background, it really helps you, really. You see things differently, really.
Yeah. Adwa, that I think is just brilliant, It's just brilliant, because it is very, 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 very important, when you have that support, you motivate yourself, because, when I was young, for the fact that, all the challenges, I don't have a wheelchair. Adam, I'm a type of person which, that, wherever my mate goes, even in the bush, I used to crawl and go to the bush with them. If they climb a tree, I will used to go and climb the same tree, because that is very, very important. You see, because I always say it's always good for you to do things for yourself, because if you are having any issues or whatsoever, if you can rescue yourself from this thing before somebody comes, it will be quicker. And I think that is very, very important. Yeah. Now, I think we've been joined by Mohammed Saho. Mohammed Saho also is our keen follower. He's been very, very supportive. Hello, Mr. Saho.
Rasta. I know, we used to that name. We are not used to O's. But we used to. But anyway, I must thank all of you, for the wonderful work you guys are doing.
Yeah, yes.
Or some people are born disabled. Some get disabled due to illness. Some get disabled due to man-made events or natural events. But what is most important to realize that we are all vulnerable to be disabled. We are all immune to either man-made disaster or natural-made disaster that could make you disabled one way or the other in your lifetime.
That's true.
So I am not disabled, or none of my family members is disabled, so I'm not going to be part of this program. No. Because you could be on your way to work, you get involved in an accident, you become disabled. I believe some people achieve they are disabled through that way. So everybody should come, join hands together. Program support la. I'm very proud of you people. I'll say keep it up.
Thank you.
People like you, I know you. I went to the same school with you. Likewise, Ansumana. Ansumana, he was my primary schoolmate at Brikamba. We used to call him Kekuta.
Yes.
I know Khalifa Sahotu was my primary schoolmate. If I tell you, these boys were very active in primary school days. They were very, very active. They did not consider themselves as disabled. They all play hard in primary school days when we go out for PE. They participate. They play football. Ansumana could remember Khalifa was a good defender during primary school days. So ngalbe mbalbe tentula mbal jela nim programme kan alma ala yiruwaki Ansumana be kontana.
Amen. Yes. Yeah.
No, Lamin Sisawa Abel Lonale. I mean, that's my real name.
Yes. I thought I'm at because network all them number, but in Barfly and Abel Moilale. But Lamin Sisawa, because that's what we need. Platform is for everybody. So told Nata Jamea local Alman disability so you are coming here to contribute. That is very, very important. We are so proud of you. And thank you so much for everything. Because we need that motivation. Some of these stories that you narrated, about Khalifa and Sumana, myself, is very important. Because we want people, to hear these stories. When people hear these stories, when they see a disabled child, you can understand it, they will not discriminate, that child. Because as you said, disability come at any time. Some people are born with it. So that is very, very important. Thank you so much for your contribution. In fact, you were talking about something here, football. Let me tell you, when I was young, they used to allow me to play football with my hands, my mates, when I was young.
How to call it? Ansumana will tell you, back in primary school days, Pajaj will tell you, they all participate in PE, in football, in high school, in primary school rather.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it but musical night.
Oh yes, don't reveal the secret, please. Yes, I was a very good dancer,
Oz was a very good dancer.
Yes.
Yes, but one of my kids.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Sao, for your contribution. We are so grateful.
Yeah, and for Mbalbe Kontona, how to all join hands together and see, Belgium program on support la.
Inshallah, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, yes. I've seen here, this Khalifa was put some message, was trying to call me, but because I'm using this thing, my phone, I couldn't pick the phone. Oh, I'm really sorry. I've completely forgot, to join, being so busy. Yes, now understand, because, about the business, so you can't, it's very different. And Saturday I got busy back, we have customers, Yeah, Khalifa, let me see if I can add you, or if you can send me a request, Khalifa, if you are hearing me.
Yeah, I know I will also have to a little bit of studio.
Pardon?
I have to leave you people because I have to go to the studio.
Yes. I think Abdul, you want to go to the studio? Yes. Khalifa say it's but it's not allowing him.
Yeah, let me have a chance to come in.
Oh, okay, okay. Abdul, thank you so much for coming today. As you know that this platform is for us, it doesn't mean that, we have to bring you here. Every weekend we are here. So you
Yeah,
can also join the panelists. You are highly welcome. We are here to talk about issues that are facing disabled people, ourselves and other fellow people with disability in the Gambia.
and I will also thank you for creating this platform. And I'm also thanking people that are contributing, are also listening and sharing. I've said to them, thank you so much. We cannot pay them and let them push in this platform until we achieve what we want to achieve. Together we are strong.
Yeah, it is. Thank you so much, Abdul.
Thank you.
I can't. Yeah.
Yes,
So
thank
sorry
you.
about that. I'm on the live this thing.
Yes,
Okay.
thank
Sorry,
you.
Os. Unfortunately, I'm still at work.
Yes,
You
yes.
know. Give me
No,
1 second. Yeah. Give
no,
me
that's
1 second. I'll join you guys. Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, hello,
Yeah.
Adama.
Shukul Mun Sakana for free.
Yes, yes, I'm getting you.
Just take off
Yes,
from there.
Adama.
Keep
Sorry.
going on the thing there. Keep
Uh,
going. Yeah, there. Right,
yeah.
don't worry. I'll get you 1 second.
Khalifa is here
No,
now.
it's all right. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. Okay, that's 9:47. All right, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you so much. Very good. You are welcome. Yeah. Host,
Yo, Khalifa.
sorry, the man somebody my earphone.
Yeah.
But the volume the ansmana tonye kangamira from say I can for na ear podoni. The
Uh,
charge is gone. So what I'm gonna do?
yeah, we are
Give me one
hearing you.
second. Unfortunately, I was unable to join.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So I was saying, at the moment I'm a little bit free. But
Yeah.
if the others can mute their mics, then the noises coming out would be lower.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do I speak in English or Mandinka or which one?
Yeah, you can speak in English, Khalifa.
Okay. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. I'm asking. I'm greeting everybody, both listeners and the people here in the forum. Thank you. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be going in and out because I'm at work. As you can see, I completely forgot because it's been so busy. It's weekends. But my name is Khalifa Saho. Physically disabled and above the knee amputee. Back home, everybody knows that I was walking on one leg. I heard Sisao talking about me. Yes, we were together in Brikamaba. But like I say, disability for me, the word disabled need to be corrected in English. I always say that everywhere I go. I always give an example that if a fire alarm goes off, what do? You disable it. So for me, anybody who is disabled is a dead person. Somebody who is dead. Because that's the person that you have to do everything for. So disabled to be used on people like us is grammatically wrong. We all have different disabilities. Yeah, okay. People like Usman, myself, and we have a mobility restriction. There are certain things that able-bodied can do that we may not be able to do in terms of walking. Right. Like back home, I used to play football. I love football. I would have been playing for the Paralympics. But what do people tell me? Football ole nyinsingo kadibari sambi be fola nyindom fanan. Because those are discouraging languages to be used on us. And like I say, and I always say this, people with disability within our families are always given the lowest attention from both parents, because once they look at you as a disabled child and you have siblings who are able, they would rather spend all their energy, time, effort, everything on those people, because maybe you as the disabled person, when you are educated, there's nothing out there for you that you can do. Alhamdulillah, I'm one of the lucky ones. My dad was an educationist. He studied special needs education. So I didn't go through that. He was my best friend. But now I am the breadwinner of my family. And he left me with 13 siblings. So if my dad invested all his time and energy on those people, today they wouldn't be benefiting nothing from me, because I'll be sitting within Serakunda, Banjul, Kanifing, begging for charity. So I'm saying these things to be able to motivate other disabled people within our community. Today I am blessed. I thank God. I remember back in the days, I cannot even look at a woman and say, I love you. Why? Because there is a stigma. Bena tankala am. Yo hamulo saboba. I remember Ninkode wahe si Gambia nga modole chase. She laughed. She laughed. But for me, what motivated me is I realized I can change, and I can change the world, in the sense that what should I do to be able to take this stigma away, for the people to be blind, not to see me as a disabled Khalifa, but to see me as a Khalifa. So I concentrated on my education. Alhamdulillah, when I finished schooling, I was employed as an unqualified teacher, and then I joined the teaching field. I went to Gambia College. I was in the mainstream schools. Because I was in the mainstream schools, I became one of the best teachers. But something touched me. While I was teaching the junior grades, when I say the junior grades, it's like primary one, we call it in the Gambia. So while teaching primary one, we do our lesson plans. We do your scheme of work in teaching. These are terms in teaching. So after teaching the children, what happened? At the end of the lesson, you want the children to achieve something. While you revise your lessons, I realized all that time I spent in front of these kids, they were not getting nothing out of it. That touches my heart. I spent half an hour or 1 hour teaching you. Now I am revising with you to tell me what you've learned, and they can say nothing. I had to examine myself. What I ended up realizing was, these children were not listening to me, but instead they were concentrating on my physical appearance. So I was distracting them. I decided to speak to my dad. That's why I choose the school for the blind. Those children will know I got one leg, but they will see it. Usman, that's why I was at the school for the blind, as you remember. Through that hard work at the school for the blind, I became the acting head before I traveled to the UK. And Usman was a witness. we had a very good relationship at the school with both the organization and the children. So the reason why I keep saying disability is not inability is because once you are disabled, once you have a restriction, I may use, whether you are partially sighted or you have a mobility restriction or you have a special needs, I think it's in the head. Sometimes even in my house, when I'm really tired and I don't want to do something, and my wife say, "Oh, you didn't," I say to her, "Hey, ite kanyinala konte sinkilin ne bentela." You always forget that I go one leg. I can't do all this. He laughs. What does he say? Go and tell that to the outsiders. Go and tell that to the people who doesn't know me. Now I'm so grateful with all that hard work. And like I say, it is in your head. Now I live in the UK. I had 3 kids. My oldest is 18, which I never dreamed. Imagine someone who cannot even get a girlfriend. Moreover, having children. I am so proud of myself. I have a shop. I work 7 days a week. 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday. Usman, tell me how many able-bodied can do that in this country? I started from zero. Well, I can show you around the shop. And my whole community in Bristol are so proud of me. Unless I explain myself to you, some people even get shocked when I tell them I go one leg. They don't believe it. So I am trying to appeal to all those people out there, all those physically challenged, people with visual impairment, people with hard of hearing, people with special needs, to know that they have the whole world in their hand. They can do whatever able-bodied people can do. Let nothing stop them. But our people also are misusing 2 English languages, and that is sympathy and empathy. In the Gambia, we use more of sympathy, especially when we see a disabled person. Do you know how many people I help in the Gambia? Able-bodied. They don't even know me. But like, let's take the word sympathy out of the line for people with visual impairment, people with, because we are going to encourage them to become beggars. We are showing them that they are nothing. Any human being whom you show that they are nothing, they will become nothing. But if you support the people, telling them you can do this, let them just tell you where their restrictions are. They have boundaries. We have boundaries. Sometimes I want to push myself to go above those boundaries. But later I realize, hey, me, I go one leg. I'll tell you a story before I travel to the UK. One day I was in my room. I was sleeping. And we all know Nindonga Bungol is a bachelor house, 1 bedroom. And the door was right on the highway. So I came all the way from Dakar that night, Senegal. So I was really tired. I was in bed, forgetting to lock my front door. So these thieves came to my house. When I go to bed, I put my crutches next to the bed. They came to my house to steal. They took my portable generator. In those days, you have these small generators called Honda and so on, and some cash. So I woke up from sleep wanting to chase those thieves. And it was later that I realized, shit, I got one leg. I can't chase these people. So I had to take my pillow and throw it on them. So some years ago, I can't talk about my disability. Why? Why can't I talk about my disability? Because I am who I am. I'm not born with it. Just playing football, I broke my leg. It was not properly treated. It got infected. So they has to chuck it off. But I beg, whatever happened to you as a human being, you got to accept. Now, I accept halfway. I still don't accept my disability. The reason for that is because I've seen people walking with artificial legs just like mine, wearing shorts. I go to the Gambia on holiday. I can't wear shorts because I am ashamed, because I feel shy. When I'm walking with my Robocop leg, people will be staring at me. I feel vulnerable. I feel vulnerable in the sense that I could easily be attacked. And what are people going to say? So these are some of the things why I said I still don't accept it. But in real sense, I should accept, because the people I see wearing shorts, they accept their disability. That's why they are able to wear them. And people think because I got one leg, I have a disability. Osman sits on wheelchair, they can see it. They can see our wearing his artificial leg. But there is a lot of disabled within our society. Disability is in twofold. The one that you can see and the one that you cannot see. Mental health is disability. So I think I'm talking too much. I'll give chance to other people. And if you have any questions to ask, you can. But yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't want to make people so emotional that I think I'm going towards that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And Usman, I can't thank you enough. You've always been sensitizing people. I remember when we used to go to Citizen FM to sensitize people about people with visual impairment. We've been helping people with crutches and wheelchairs, and we can't be no more prouder than this. I think we need to go to bigger forums like TikTok, and because a lot of people are telling me we would have more followers there. It's just to help educate our people, because we are still behind. We are still behind. And I can promise you that until and unless the Gambia government and the Gambian people care about people with disability, I don't see that country going anywhere, because it's our citizenal rights. It is our human rights that people in the Gambia should consider us, and making sure that we are involved in every sector of that country. Usman, I remember sometime when I sent you to the Ministry of Education, you have to crawl down, you have to crawl up those stairs. Imagine the Department of State for Education Of course, they know there are people with disability within the teachers, within the schools. Where are the RAMs? Nobody cares about us. So if nobody cares about us, we care about us. But if we don't come out and talk about it, nobody's gonna talk about it, because I always call ourselves the forgotten people of the society. So, Ajarama Usman, you know.
Yes, Khalifa. Oh, that was so touching. I was just, just staring. Like, for the fact that I'm not seeing you, but it was so powerful message. Khalifa, that you have just delivered here. As I always said, Khalifa, I'm always proud of you, because since we were in the Gambia, I've seen, the support that you've given me.
Yeah.
Some of the confidence that you've given me. If you see today I'm sitting here, you are part of it. I think that is very, very important, Khalifa. You have said a lot, and I'm sure the public is there, because the purpose of this platform is people like you, is people like other people which that they are to come here and express their views. We are here to raise our voices, and I think that is very, very important. Everyone who listening know that this message is so powerful. Khalifa, I know that you are very, very busy. Thank you so much, and I'm going to speak to my co-host. We try and analyze, your speech, because this is so powerful. It's so touching, Khalifa.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Khalifa. Thank you so much. As you said, we are working on, on TikTok. Khalifa, this is part of you. We are part of. We're going to form a network, WhatsApp network, and we're going to open our own YouTube, and we all going to be part of these things. Everybody is going to have access to this place.
Inshallah.
Yes, inshallah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes,
thank you.
Yes, Awa. Hello, Awa.
Thank you so much once again, Khalifa. You have actually spoken a lot, said a lot, really, and I think experience in all that is really something that is very impressive. It's quite impressive, but also you have spoken about not accepting, partly accepting your disability. It's just like in Gambia, you don't see many people walking with prosthesis. It's hard. I use prosthesis myself, really. So even if I wore them, mine is cosmetized. You don't see it with that raw form with the metal in it. It's just cosmetized, just for the fact that I don't want so much public, like I don't want so many people to look at the way the leg is. I can wear anything and people will not still realize that I use prosthesis. So because we live in a nation that, people are just used to seeing wheelchairs and white canes, and that's it. So I think stepping out and showing people that, you know what, I use prosthesis, so what? I think people are not used to it. It's just like the human being in general, and psychologists is that if you don't know it, everything that you don't know, everything that you have never seen, you find it quite strange until you adapt to it. So I think we prosthesis users will be more, out there showing ourselves. And one thing about inclusiveness and inclusion, when you come to public buildings, even the government themselves, knowing that there are so many teachers whom are persons with disabilities, they have it. But forgetting the fact that we are passing, there are also some people within the sector that are also persons with disability, and then building a public building that you said, okay, it's a public building, and then knowing that there's no ramp. I'm not saying that they should not build it, but they should not have stairs. But in Europe here, where I am, there is no entrance, less really. If you know there's if it is a public building, or not even public building really. I mean, you go to the restaurants, they have normal toilets, but also wheelchair, like toilets that, myself using a wheelchair, can you have access to that? So it's a spatial one. So I think why not Gambia why can't the government do the same? You can build your stairs, but also try to build a ramp sort of way whereby that a person whom is using a wheelchair or white cane can have access to the same building. The government is actually just what the government is doing is that discriminating, and discrimination is something that we know for persons with disabilities is not something new. For people like us, it's not new. This is happening for centuries, really. One of the I can proudly say that the president of Tanzania, was it last year, I'm not sure, but dedicated the Independence Day and invested money in disabilities, schools, and development. So why not the Gambia? Why not the government? Really, we have revenues every year. Why can't they set aside 1% or even less and say, no, we're going to invest in building inclusive, so much ramps in every, and then make it even law, stretch it out, that every building that is public should have ramps. In the university, we see the university that is a public place for everyone to use is not built in an accessible way. Really, the only places that are built really that I see and I have actually went and see is the hospitals, but there is no building. Even the TAF, I think also the TAF. The Marima Mall entrance also have a sort of ramp that you can actually have access. Like for me, for people with disability, for example, physically challenged people, you can easily have access to the building, but still there are stairs. So this is a thing that we have to stretch out and tell the government that it is high time to make a difference. It is our fundamental human rights. It's a right that is not just for person with making a person with disabilities life easier, but also it's a human right. Rights to movement is something that all humans are actually entitled to. So basically, Khalifa has said a lot. So one of the things that I can really stretch out is more inclusiveness in our society, because there is no society, there is no country is actually full, because you have to know, even in the Western world here, because of the modern medicine, people are living longer. I always used to say people are living longer. You see people in their 90s, walking with their trolleys, I'm not sure how to call it, but they actually, everywhere there are actually so many buildings that, it's just the way that, just the reason why the German government is pushing itself, is they are pushing so hard to make sure that there are ramps, there are actually roads that are flat enough for everyone to use, because of the seniors, not only the person who they're sitting in a wheelchair or using a cane, but also for the 90-year-old, because the older you get, the more you have muscle stiffness, and then you cannot have the way you used to walk in your 20s. It's not the same in your 90s. So these are the things that we have to emphasize so much. And Khalifa also stretched out that we are actually, a lot of us has achieved a lot. I have, many of us all, really. But what can we do? Because I used to always say that we are the motivation for that. My my motivation behind everything that I'm doing is for a 5-year-old, a person whom a baby whom is just born yesterday, and then is born with a disability. My motivation is for that person to grow up in a nation whereby she's not, or he's not going to be discriminated for being different. He's not, or she's not going to be looked differently just because of she can't see, or she can't hear, or she can talk like anyone. It's for that person to grow up knowing that I live in a nation whereby my rights are respected and no one is limiting me for the way I look. So basically, these are the things that I can stretch out and talk more. Thank you once again, Khalifa.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I think it's good, people to come and talk about themselves. It's very, very good, because it's going to help us. It's going to reduce all this stigma, all this discrimination. And I think that is very important. And I'm seeing very, very nice comments, because it was so powerful. It was so touching, For me, I was just looking, and I think that is very, very important. We've seen that, we're like, Fatu say, I agree. Then, Keba Lamin Drame, he said that knowledge is power, 100%. Knowledge is power. And he said, I'm proud of you, bro. Proud of you, Carl. It's just so touching. We are proud of you. And then you've seen, he's sending us lots of love. Definitely, bro. I agree with you, bro. Then we have, said Jen again, hello, and thank you so much, bro. And are really touching us, proud of you. I think that is very, very important. Muhammad Sisa said that, if they are not affected, they don't care. And I think that is the thing. Because, when we talk about disability, as our just said, disability can come at any time. People are aging. People now goes up to 80s, 90s. And when they are in their 80s, in their 90s, most of them have disabilities. They need that care. That is very, very important. So you say, well, we have Khalifa say thank you. Khalifa said thank you all for all the support, and thank you everybody. I said that Mohamed Sao said that the best defender, Carl, yeah, he remember, when he used to play football, and it's correct, and he said that well said, so it's brilliant. This is something which that like we should be talking every day. Every day we want people with disability. We want people which that they don't have disability to come and talk. Because remember, you might live with a disabled child and you are watching that individual. You might be able to come here and share the experience about that individual, because that's what we need. We need people to be coming here to talk about themselves, to talk about the disabled people, to talk about the society, because the society is very, very important to us. The society is everything. That's where we start as a disabled child. You started from your home, and most of the discrimination, start, from where you're in our community, where we are, and that is very, very important. If we come together, join together, work together, support each other, there will be no discrimination in this world, and I think that is very, very important. And as I always said, people are listening, and these messages are very, very, very powerful. The messages are very, very powerful. Some of the messages might not sing today, but just give them time. Because this is message. Message sometimes is very, 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 it doesn't, you don't just process it like that. It takes time, and that is very, very important. We are encouraging everybody. We are encouraging everybody to come here. Remember, not everybody, is a good speech. But the most important thing, don't hide. For even if you cannot speak very well, just come here. And I'm sure one or two, three people will understand what you have said. Remember, and that is very, very important. Everybody who participated in one way or the other, those people who are watching, we are really proud of you. We are really happy. You are the guys who are encouraging us to be here. You are the guys who are encouraging us. As Khalifa said, he worked, from Monday to Sunday. I also work from Monday to Friday. I have a family, yeah, I have to do cooking. This morning I wake up, I have to do all the cleaning and stuff like that. So time we all have, it's very, very difficult. Adam also is there. She works, Monday to Friday. You understand, huh? And I'm so, during the weekend, she's busy also doing house, jobs and stuff like that, which is very, very, she got families and stuff like that. We are busy, but we spare that time to come here. We spare time to come here to speak to people, to tell people, look, we have disabilities, but we don't want you guys, to be looking at, us because we have disability. We want you guys to support us. We want you guys to encourage us, because when we are encouraged, you encourage us, then we'll be able to be productive in society. Today, I am a taxpayer. Adama is a taxpayer. Khalifa is a taxpayer. Mr. Ansumana Sano is a taxpayer. So because we are independent, because we've been supported, that's why today we are paying tax. But as Adama said, that child who is not born, or that 5-year-old child who is there, that child need that support. Because if that child doesn't have that support, that child is not going to become like us one day. And I think that is very important. I'm urging all Gambian. I'm urging the government. I'm urging everybody in the Gambia. Look, this platform, here, in fact, what we are doing here is part of politics, as I always said, because fighting for the right of people with disability is part of politics. As Adam mentioned, one of the president, it is very important today. If a politician today, if our leaders, if anybody, even from the community, come today, and show the appreciation of supporting disabled children, embracing us, showing us that we do care about you, I think that is very, very important. That is very, very important. I think this is something which that we will be doing all the time. For me, I am ready. You understand? anybody, anybody who is so vocal, who can speak, please welcome, get in touch, you know, get in touch. My Facebook is there. Get in touch. If you message me, I'm happy, we bring you here, we speak to you. As I said, we are here, to show our talent, to show, our weakness, because, we also, we got some weakness, you know. So that is very, very important, as a disabled person. We should be coming onto this platform every weekend to talk about issues, that is affecting us, because we feel that, these issues, people are not talking about them. And I think that is very, very important. Adama, I know that, uh, we all have plan, I need to go and start cooking, dinner, and I'm so also you'll be this. But tomorrow also, Adama, we are coming back here. Tomorrow we are coming back here just to talk, any topic that we think of, tomorrow we'll be talking about, because this is going to be ongoing, where we'll be discussing every weekend issues, that affects our lives, Remember, today we are talking about issues that affects our lives, because if you are an able person, you understand, it is also important, because we care about you, because sometimes, you ask, you feel about our issues, and I think that is very, very important. So it's good, that, we all come here and join hands together, and, and then forge ahead, hopefully in the future, this platform, we hope to, make it bigger network, and we are very open. Any media house that want to invite us, we are very open. We will be there, to support each other, to speak our mind, to speak our voices, So Adama, if you have anything, to finalize, you are welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much once again for this for today's talk. Really appreciate being invited once again. And one thing that I want to emphasize was Khalifa mentioned the difference that people do actually try to not understand the difference between empathy and sympathy. What we do more in Gambia and Africa, which is true, is we sympathize. When people sympathize with you, they forget how you are. So everything about you is being sympathized. Why empathy is in a way that you identify the person is a person with disability or is not, but yet still you do not limit the person because of how he or she is. So one of the things that we have to always raise awareness. When I was a child, I used to be always said I have to sympathize with myself, because I was someone that, I was a very stubborn child, really. I wanted to do everything that everyone was doing. I loved to climb, so many people would tell me that, oh, you're doing something. So it's like what society expects us is to just sit, fold our hands and bow down our head and look miserable. That's what society wants. So that's the reason why they used to say, oh, you're doing something. So I used to always hate that comment. So I used to always, if you tell me that, I used to do even something crazier than that. So I used to go to the well alone, fetch water, and come back, and that's me, because I just dislike the word sympathize with yourself, or yirema support in our local language. So one thing that we have to really understand is that try to differentiate these two terms, empathy and sympathize. So don't sympathize us, rather empathize. And like, we need your empathy, not sympathize, not to sympathize with us. So thank you so much once again for all who took their time to come and be part of this. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much. I've seen, Keba Lamin drama. He said that next time he want to participate. That's fine. As I said, everybody is welcome. Just send us requests. If you send us requests, we're definitely happy to host you here, because this platform is for everybody. We are here to voice our voices, and I think that is very, very important. On that note, Gambia, Albarka Bake, Jarangen Jof, and Rama, Gambia, Mbeltima. We are very, very happy. We are very, very proud of you. Content Bake, Jarangen Jof, yep, content. Adama, be elect tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow also will come here. I don't know what time, but I will text you in the morning, because tomorrow also we're gonna have a visitor here, and I'll be doing some cooking. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Okay, bye-bye, Adama.
Bye, take care.
Yeah, Ansumana, I know that Ansumana has gone. Ansumana, Barka Bake, why? Thank you so much. Saman be Murla Jankoteke. Yo, Mr. Khalifa Sao, Kabake Spices, Abdul Aziz, visual impaired, I always call him Spices, that was his last name. Thank you so much, Abdul, for coming here today, for voicing out your issue as a visual impaired person. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.